Before this video starts, I have a few announcements to make. If you want to skip them, too bad you can't. First, we hit 10k subscribers a little while ago. That's a lot of people. I'm so happy this channel has made it so far, and I hope we can keep going. By the way, this is what 10k people looks like. Don't worry, I counted. Okay, now for the video. So fears. What? Aiden, that's not Christmas related. I don't care. I have a lot to say about fears. I'm a pretty shy and awkward person, and I get startled at pretty much everything that jumps near my face. I'm sure that's obvious considering all the other videos I've done so far. So I'm gonna talk about the weird things that I'm scared of. Yeah, I bet you by the end of this video, all of the respect you've had towards me, if any, is probably gonna disappear. So just be aware of that. Okay, number 1. We're starting off easy here. Heights. What? Aiden, that's a normal thing to be afraid of. There's nothing wrong with being scared. Wait. Let me finish. So heights. I mean, everyone's been afraid of heights at least one point in their life, right? I mean, unless you're some sort of super baby or something. Anyway, as you can probably imagine, I was one of those 99.9% of kids who are afraid of heights. Except my fear was increased by 1,000. Do you know those pole things on the playground? The things that you slide down? Well, I couldn't go down these things unless I grabbed onto the pole as hard as I could. And that usually meant not being able to slide down that darn thing because I'm trying my hardest not to quote-unquote die. Also, trees. While all my friends were trying to be the highest on the tree, I'd be at the bottom staring up at them as they slowly went up and up towards their inevitable doom at the top. I remember once I tried to climb a tree and I got to the first branch and just hung upside down for a little while. But then I realized it was even scarier when I was doing that, so I started freaking out and just flopped on the floor. It kinda hurt. Also, I did this thing where I would sit in my chair in the classroom and look at the rug and pretend I was super high. You know those rugs at school that have a bunch of colorful threads that are just bunched together? The really ugly ones? I would pretend those were like buildings and I was sitting super high and looking down at a cityscape. And then I would freak out again and try not to look at the floor. I was probably like 2 feet up. Yeah. Super Mario 64, DS version. This one might need some explaining. So for people who don't know, Super Mario 64 was a Mario game on the Nintendo 64 that was the first 3D Mario game. This game did really well, so Nintendo decided to do a remake, but on the Nintendo DS. In one of the levels called Jolly Roger Bay, you had to swim to the bottom of a lake to an abandoned ship. And guarding the ship was a giant eel. This giant eel was the most terrifying thing that I had ever seen in a video game. Not only was it a giant freaking eel, but bumping into it was an automatic death, I think. This is the reason why I can't swim in the ocean anymore. So basically, there's this giant eel. It's like, I don't know, the length of a normal whale, swimming around there like, look at me, I'm a giant eel. Thanks Nintendo for giving me all of my nightmare fuel. Also, look at this picture of the eel in Super Mario Odyssey. Tell me that is not going to give a 5-year-old nightmares, okay? That is like pure terror if I've ever seen it before. So yeah, those are some things that I'm scared of. Yeah. There's a bunch of other things I'm scared of, so yeah, maybe a part 2 if you guys want it. I don't know. Also, my next video is gonna be the one that you guys chose, so keep an eye out for that. Also, I received so much fan art. This is like, it's insane. I have to do the scroll thing and it's so much. Thank you guys so much for all of the amazing art. Have I mentioned that I have a Twitter? I hope you enjoyed the video and have a good holiday.